From the Ukrainian capital, Katharine Quinn-Judge, senior analyst with Crisis Group, joins us. Thank you for speaking with us here on France 24.
Thank you for having me.
As we speak, the one and only candidates debate taking place at the Olympic Stadium, and our correspondent Gulliver Cragg describing, well, a football match type atmosphere with the fans, if I can call them that, of one side or the other cheering during this debate. What do you make of it all?
Sorry, is that question's directed at me?
Yes, it is.
Well, listen, the atmosphere in Kyiv is actually rather, once you step outside the stadium, it's actually, on the one hand, it's quite resigned. When it comes to those supporters of Poroshenko who feel that their fellow country people who've supported Zelensky are being incredibly infantile, and who feel that they should have really dug in and, tried to stay the course that Ukraine is currently on. These people, there's a palpable sense of sort of resignation and, of a sense that they're prepared for a Zelensky presidency and prepared to battle for what they see as Poroshenko's vision of the country and how to move that forward.
There's been the accusations, both sides, that the other one plays into the hands of the Kremlin. I saw one editorial headline this morning that claimed that either way, Russia's a winner.
Listen, the fact is that when Ukraine is at war and when essentially any person putting forth ways to end the conflict that really involve a concerted effort to try to reintegrate those parts of Ukraine that are currently outside of government control, when anybody who talks about plans to do so in a concerted manner is then viewed as a Kremlin troll or a Kremlin plant, then I think that you can say with great confidence that Russia has won, or that Russia is at least exercising a really dark and powerful role over the Ukrainian psyche and over public debate. The fact is that Zelensky has articulated certain positions that may at times appear to favor Russia. If indeed Russia does end up benefiting from his likely win tomorrow, then yes, this will be problematic for Ukraine, and it'll be a time to really, buckle down and try to work out how to restore the country's territorial integrity in a way that doesn't involve any sort of compromises that'll hurt the country further down the road. However, it's too early to say at this point that Russia would win from a Zelensky presidency. The fact is that he has articulated positions that, for better or for worse, resonate with much of the public in ways that the president's talk of Euro integration and this glorious march westward aren't really at this point, given all of the accusations of corruption that also surround that administration.
Yeah, corruption, the number one issue. Catherine, will there be any impact on voters? This announcement on Thursday by the Kremlin that it would suspend or limit, rather, coal and fuel shipments to Ukraine starting on June the 1st?
At this point, that announcement has made very few waves. In fact, what has occupied more public attention has been the victory of oligarch Igor Kolomoisky in a court case involving the bank that he formerly owned, Privatbank, which the government had nationalized after Poroshenko came to power. The court case found that the nationalization was conducted illegally, and the reverberations of this case are really huge and have in many ways sort of eclipsed other bits of news that have come out. And this case it's interesting because it really, in some ways, it couldn't have been timed any better for Zelensky. There are allegations going around that Zelensky is essentially the puppet of this oligarch, Igor Kolomoisky. However, Kolomoisky's victory in this court case would seem to indicate to some that, in fact, Kolomoisky can still get his way without a Zelensky presidency, and that he wouldn't need him to win. So that has weakened this narrative of Zelensky being merely a Kolomoisky puppet.
So just very briefly, Petro Poroshenko, himself an oligarch, no matter what happens going forward, these rich and powerful businessmen will continue to rule in Ukrainian politics?
Whatever happens going forward, well, there are two things to consider. Yes, Zelensky is widely alleged to have ties with oligarchs himself. He should in no way be seen as a total newcomer, who's a person completely outside of this corrupt system. On the other hand, there are oligarchs who have benefited handsomely from Poroshenko's rule and who are now going to act in whatever ways they can to hold on to the benefits that they've won over the past 5 years. And that's going to be a headache for Zelensky as well, provided he gets elected.
Katharine Quinn-Judge of Crisis Group, many thanks for speaking with us from Kyiv.
Thank you.